Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Clay Loves Logic, where on this channel I solve logic-based Sudoku puzzles I find interesting. Today I'm going to be looking at the puzzle Pink German Beetle by Gnubeutel. As always, I'll put the link to this puzzle in the description of today's video so you can try it out if you'd like. But with that in mind, let us turn our attention to the rules. It's currently 9:15 p.m. on a weeknight, so I'm a little tired. I'm hoping that this is an easier puzzle tonight, but we can still have some fun. It looks interesting. Let's look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. What that means is you have to have the digits 1 to 9 in every 3x3 box, in every row, and in every column. German whisper lines. Adjacent digits on the green line have a difference of at least 5. So what that means is this could be 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, anything like that. As long as there's a difference of at least 5. It could be more. This could be a 9. That would be fine. But so that's how those lines operate. Renban lines. Digits along these magenta lines have to be consecutive digits and unique, but they can be in any order. So one thing we can say is because this is length 5, it always has to have a 5 on it. We don't know if it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't matter. It will have a 5 somewhere. Killer cages. Digits and cages add to the total in the top left corner, and they may not repeat. These three will always add to 23. We have a 10 value in 4 cells. Kropke dots. Cells with a black dot between them contain digits in a 1-to-2 ratio, which we don't have. There are none. And cells with a white dot are consecutive. And not all possible dots are given. Odd circles. Digits in gray circles are odd, and one of them is just there to represent the sun, but is still odd. That's funny. So these are the tires of the car, obviously. This is the pink Beetle itself. I like that. Okay, those are the rules as we get them. Let's have a go. So because there's a 9 on this line, this is the easiest place to start because we know what all the other digits are now. They are from 5, 6, 7, and 8. Because it has to be 5 cell long and it has to contain a 9 and it has to be consecutive. I can tell you that these aren't 7 or 8. This is a 12 cell or a 12 cage. It's a 3 cell 12 cage, which means these two sum to 11. If we minimize them, they have to be 5 and 6. That's now 1. We can look here. This is a 10 cell cage. 4 cell 10 cage. It would be the correct way of saying this is the 4 cell 10 cage. The only way to make 10 with 4 cells in Sudoku is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there can't be a 1 in this row, so we get a 1. Okay, a 23 cell, 3 cell 23 cage. You can make that with 6, 8, or 9. This can't be a 6 because if this was a 6, these digits would both have to be 1. 6s are monogamous on German whispers. They only have one friend. Because if you add 5 to a 6, you get 11. That's not a valid Sudoku digit. So you can only subtract 5 and you get 1. So these digits are now from 1, 2, 3, or 4. This one's not from 1 because there's already a 1 in the cage. This one's not from 4. If this was 4, these would have to be double 9. This is 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Not a 4, actually, because double 6s. Or double 9s, sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't be a 6 here because these would both be 1s. So, Q. Q, how did we get how did we get letters? Weird. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's all valid. Okay, well, we know these are odd. And better than that, we know that they share the same polarity. They're either high or low, aren't they? Low, high, low, high, low. Yeah. And so they have to be a 7-9 pair because we only have one low digit available that's odd, and it's 3. These can't both be 3. So this is a 7 or a 9. This is a 1, 2, 3. Can't be a 4. 4 would require double 9s. So this is 7, 8, 9. It can't be a 6 because it would require double 1s. So this is 1, 2, 3. Again, it can't be a 4. We'd have double 9s. And then this is 1, 2, 3, or 4. And now, because we have a 7-9 pair, this has to be 8 in the middle. Okay. So next thing I can tell you is let's turn our attention to this 3 cell 9 cage, because there has to be a consecutive digit here. So we have to have an odd and an even digit. Now, when we have an odd digit and an even digit, we'll always sum to an odd digit. That's true. For example, 3 plus 4 would be 7, which means if we want to keep the digit odd, we need to add an even digit to it. So this can't be 1 or 3. If this is 2, then this is 3 and 4. And if this is 4, then this is, well, it's 2 or 3. Interesting. So there's always a 3 on this then. Okay. Okay, sure. Well, let's think about this 20 cell, this 3 cell 20 cage. Because if this is a 1, these two digits have to sum to 19, which isn't possible. And if it's 2, they have to sum to 19, which would require 2 9s, which is not possible. This is a 3. These digits are therefore an 8 and a 9. That's the only way to get to 20. 8 plus 9 is 17 plus 3 is 20. So because of the 8 in this cage, we can fill in a 9 and we can fill in an 8. That's all true. This can't be a 3 anymore. This is no longer a 9 via this 9. Excuse me. Well, we know a pretty good deal about this, don't we? Maybe not yet. Maybe we don't know enough yet. Because we know that there's always a 3 on this, so there's no 3 here. I'm just trying to think what this can be. There has to be a consecutive digit, odd or even. And then what is the trick now? This has to be, because the total of the cage is 12, and 12 is an even number. If we have an odd and an even digit, 1 plus 2, for example, would be 3. We're always going to need an odd digit to get us to even then, right? 3 plus 4 is 7. You'd have to add something odd to get to an even digit. Yeah. Yeah, this has to be an odd digit. So the odd digits we have available are 1, 5. That's it, actually. 1 or 5. Well, if this is 1, how do we get to the total of 11 with even digits? Or, sorry, with consecutive digits, 5 and 6. And if this is 5, then if this is 5, this would have to be 3 and 4. Oh, it can't be 3 and 4. There's always a 3 here. Is that true? There is always a 3 here. So this is 1. And then this is 5 and 6. Yeah, that's true. So this is then a 2. And this is a 4. So this is a 9. And now this is 2 and 3. Yeah, that's all well and good. That's all true. That's absolutely true. Now we have a 2 in this 13 cage. These two digits sum to 11. We don't know much about them yet. They're just simply not 9, 2, or 8, 3. But they could still be 7, 4. They could be 5, 6. They can't be 5, 6. Because yeah, they could. Never mind. That's the silliest thing in the world. So what did we say? They have to sum to 11, so they're 4 and 7 or 5 and 6. Yeah, all of that is fine. Maybe we should pay attention to this Ren band now. Maybe. We know there's certainly low digits in it. Dog, of course. It's time to chew the chair because I'm not paying attention to her. Well, this is looking interesting now. 1, 4, 7, 8. All this can be. What does that tell us? Well, if this is 1, this is 2 and 3, and there's at least 2 of those digits here, so this is not a 1. If this is a 4, by the same logic, I guess this could be 3, 4, 5. No, because this has to be 2 of those digits are here. If this is 4, this could be 4, 5, 6, which is fine. If this was 7, then I think anything's fine. If this is 7, 8. Well, actually, this is not 7, is it? Well, sorry, it could be 7, but if it's 7, it doesn't go up. And it's 4, it's 5, 6, 7 because we have a 7, 8 here. So this has to be either 7 or 8. So we can't have both 7 and 8 on this Renban, which means we can't have an 8 on this Renban. Yeah, this is simply just 4 or 7. And this is a 5, 6 pair. So we can remove 6 from here. And now we have a 7, 8 pair. So we can remove 7. This is a 4. Neither of these are 4. This is a 4. We take the 4 out of there. We take the 4 out of there. Wow. And the 4 comes out of here, which means the 7 comes out of here. That's interesting. Okay, so now what do we know? There's a 9 up here somewhere, which means there's a 9 up here. One somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8. There's no 8 there. Wow. All right. And then what do we need here? We just need 1 and 2. Should just be 1 and 2. And that's beautiful, actually, because we already have a 2 here. So this is 1. This is 2, and that's going to be pretty helpful. That removes this ability to be a 2 and this ability to be a 2. And how helpful is that? I'm going to say that it's not tremendously, but we know there's a 4 here, just via Sudoku. That's just a naked single. 4. So 5, 6, 7, and 8 are the remaining digits we need in here. With no, well, there's already a 5, 6 pair here. So this is a 7, 8. This is a 5, 6. This here. So this is a 7, 8. This is a 5, 6. And this is a 5, 6. So that all makes sense. That's all well and good. This is an interesting cell, isn't it? This is an interesting cell because it has to have a consecutive digit that's not on the Renban unless it's here. Well, okay, yeah, never mind. It could be there. That's fine. Maybe that's not interesting. This is then 7, 8, 9. We have a 7, 8, 9 triple. Well, now that is interesting, almost. Actually, that is interesting because, again, no, it's not. I was thinking, with this 5, 6 pair, doesn't this just have to be the 5 and this is the 6 and then the Renban goes down? But no, it doesn't because you could put the 6 here. If you did that, what would that look like? This would be the 5. This would be the 6. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. I don't know. That seems fine. We know this is from, well, better yet, look. There's already a 1 in this row now. So that's a 3. So this is a 2. That's a 3. We don't have to fight so hard. We can find easier digits. That gives us an 8. And then this can't be a 7 or an 8 because German Whisper, it has to be at least 4 away. An 8 now could go to a 1 or a 3, actually. That doesn't solve it. Oh, this isn't an 8 anymore via this 8. Oh, excuse me. Well, sure. So now what is this? This is from 1 or 7, actually. Because 5 and 3 and 9 are both all spoken for. Well, this is an interesting 17 cage, isn't it? Because this cell here isn't 6, 8, or 9. And there's no 8 or 9 here. That is interesting because, well, let me think about that. Let me think about that for a second. We need some pretty high digits in here, don't we? If this is never 8 or 9 and this is never 8 or 9, then there's never 8s or 9s in the 17 cage. So then how do you make the 17 cage? Well, do you need a 7 and 2 digits that sum to 6? If you don't have a 7 here, what does that look like? 4, 5, and 6, and that is not big enough. 4, 5, and 6 is 15. So there is in fact a 7 here. This is not a 7. If there's a 7 here, then you have to sum to 10. You have to have 6 and 4. You can't have a 6 up here. So this is 6 or 4, and this is just 4. This is a 4, 6, 7 cage. That's never 4 anymore. 4, 6, 7 cage means 6 comes out of there, or 4, 6, 7 triple. You know what I mean. We get a 6. This is an 8, 9 pair. Oh, and there's an 8 here. That's been available. That's 9. This is 8. So that's 9. This is not 9 anymore. Well, this is a naked single, isn't it? This is a 5. And then what is this? 1, 4, or 7? Oh, and it can't be 7. So this is 1 or 4. Okay. Well, this 8 sees this 7, so we get a 7, which means we get an 8. Seven, 8, 9. This is now a 9. Oh, this is a 7 via Sudoku. That's been available for a while. This is not a 7, so this is not a 4. And we get a 5, 6 triple that is not quite resolved, but it does give us a 5, 6 pair. And it begs the question where 9 goes in this box, and it's only there. That's got to be basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's almost all the 9s. Last one's here. Great. What is this digit? 1, 7, or 8? Yeah, it is 1, 7, or 8. Okay, well, what's consecutive now? Because we have the 5 and 6 and the 4 all spoken for. We have a 5, 6 pair here. So we have 4, 5, 6. We have 8 and 9. Oh, yeah, so that's not an 8. Oh, okay, so this is an 8. That's an easier thing. So 5 and 6 accounted for. So 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So in fact, actually, this couldn't be a 7 because it can't be anything. So if there's a 7, it's here and it's not. So this is a 7. That's a 7. That's a 1. That is a 7. That is an 8. And that makes that a 7. This is now an 8 via Sudoku. And this puzzle's moving and grooving. This is a 2 or a 3 now. What do we need here? 1, 2, and 3. This is a 1. This is a 2. This is a 3. So now there's a 2 on this line. So this is a 3. Now this line has 2, 3, 4. And this can't be a 1. So in fact, this is a 3. And this is a 2. Which we could have arrived at by math. But that's fine. So this line has 2, 3, 4 on it. And it can't have a 1 here and it can't have a 1 here. So this has to be 5 or 6. So it's 5 because of that 6. Which gives us a 6 and a 5. Which will give us a 6 and a 5. And that should clear up some things here. Did it? No, not yet. We have a... it does this way. That's a 6, so that's a 5, so that's a 6. That's a 6, that's 5. There's a whole bunch of nonsense here. This is never a 1. 2, 3, 4. This is only a sorry, 2 or 8. And then what is this? 2, 3, 4, 8. Yeah. Oh, but it's not a 2. That's a 4. Now what is this? 1? Yeah, and then what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. Sure. That all makes sense. It's all well and good. 6s. This is a 6. Via Sudoku, this is a 6. Are we done ones yet? 1, 2. 1 somewhere over here, not helpful yet. 2s. Wow, we don't have a lot of 2s yet. 2. Yeah, we don't really know much about 2s. What do we say about 2s here? No, it's not going to be the digit to look at. This is a 3. There you go. That's a 3. That's a 2. And what does that now say for 2s? 2 somewhere down here. Not helpful, actually. Okay, but it is helpful here, right? 2s, 2s, 2. This is a 2, which is going to force a 2 to be in one of a couple spots. 3s. Bring me a toy then. Oh, you did. 4s. This is not a 4 anymore. So this, oh yeah, well that's some easier fruit. That's a 2, 8. And that's going to be all the 8s, isn't it? Yeah. Well, this is not a 6. This is a 4, 7 pair. Oh, and there's a 7 there. So this is a 4. That's a 7. 4 is going to give us a 1, which is going to give us a 7, which is going to give us a 1. That's got to be all the 1s. What do we need here? 1, 2, 3. We need 4, which is here via Sudoku, and 5, which is here via Sudoku. 1, we need a 2 somewhere. It just has to be there. 1, 2, we need 3 somewhere, which is somewhere over here, actually not resolved. 3, 4, we need a 5, which is only here. That resolves the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get a toy. Get a toy. You're not biting my hand. You can bite a toy. 1, 2, 3. We need a 4 somewhere, not resolved. 5, 6, 7 does resolve. This is a 7, so this is a 4. Up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 22 minutes, 44 seconds. 208 people have solved this puzzle in 26.3 days. I liked, oh crap. Sorry, Gnubeutel. I forgot to press that I liked it. I did indeed like that puzzle. I thought that puzzle was very fun. Just the right kind of puzzle for evening weeknight. I hope everyone gives that a try, and consider liking and subscribing if you're enjoying the content I make. And yeah, see you on the next one. Thanks, everyone.